Alright, hello my lovely people. So we're going to actually get into a general reading. This is actually my first general reading using my Light Seer Tarot deck, okay? So I'm actually looking forward to this reading, okay? So let's see whose story we have. Alright, I pray that you lovelies are doing absolutely wonderful, okay? I'm hoping that this message is very inspirational and encouraging, and that it'll help to guide somebody in their situation and bring them hope. Okay, so what messages do we have, Joey? What messages do we have for the collective? What does the collective need to know? What do we all need to know? Okay, alright, what message do we all need to know? I've got another card right here. Scoot these bad boys over. Alright, so I'm hoping that you guys can see these pretty good. Alright, so this first card that we have, guys, is this Nine of Swords. Okay, and she looks very stressed out, almost as if she's defeated and just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe I lost that friendship, lost this relationship. Can't believe I lost this job. Like, I cannot believe that this is happening to me right now. Like, why did this happen at this stage of my life, And here we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, and as we see, she's meditating and she's just really, calming her mind and becoming more one with the silence that's around her, and just really spending some time alone to get better guidance and messages from the divine. Okay, right here we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so as you see, he's just kind of smiling at his pentacle that he's earned over the years, and of course he's older in age, so this could actually represent wisdom and being wise beyond our years because of what we've been through and what we've learned so far up until this point. And it's just kind of like looking back at the past and just being grateful of what we have been through, okay, and what we've learned. Okay, here we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, as you see, it's like she's kind of dancing and like really juggling between the two, trying to balance the two out here. Okay, trying to make sense of things, how she can not spend too much time with this one and also not spend too much time with this one. Okay, so this card actually speaks of making decisions. Okay, now here I actually get irritated seeing this card but we actually have here the Four of Cups. Okay, I don't know if you guys can actually see that or not, but somebody is actually offering her something here. It's like she sees that these cups are empty, and it's like a hand right here. So this is kind of like a reminder that things may not be going well over here, but there's always other opportunities. Okay, and here we have the Six of Swords, but it's in reverse. Okay, if it was upright, it would actually signify moving on and basically cutting our losses here. Okay, and just moving forward. Okay, but this is in reverse. Okay, so for some of our listeners, it's almost as if you're wanting to move forward, but right now it's kind of like a delay, or you're having a hard time moving forward from this situation here. Okay, so the main message that's really sticking out to me here is the fact that these cards have similar backgrounds. Okay, that's the main thing that I picked up here. Like the first thing that I noticed, these cards have pretty much the same color backgrounds. Okay, so for somebody's story, these two actually tie in together here. We have the Nine of Swords here, where it's sleepless nights, tears on her pillows, and just dark clouds hovering over her, and it's like just things have really been weighing down on her, and it's almost as if she feels as if things have gotten the best of her. And this card right here is like she's trying to move forward. Like if this was upright, it's like she has successfully moved forward and cut her losses here. Okay, but this was in reverse, so it's like she's trying to move forward, she's trying to get out of this painful stage here. She's trying her absolute best here, but there's some delays here, you know. There's some delays here. So it's kind of like, why the delay, you know? And with this Two of Pentacles here, this card actually speaks of making a decision here and juggling between. Okay, so for some of our listeners, it's almost as if like you're juggling between if you should stay and continue to put up with what you're putting up with or cut your losses here, okay? It's like a slow decision that's being made, okay? It's like you're trying to weigh your options here, okay? It's almost as if like half of you wants to kind of like find peace where you are. It's just kind of like, you know, it's like she's beating herself up here. Like, if I could just find a way to come up with some type of solution, if I could find a way to make peace with this, if I could find a way to get back on good terms with this person, if I could find a way to make my marriage work, or to make my relationship work, or this family dynamic, or if there's a way I can try to find and keep this job, you know. It's like half of you wants to stay and try to make peace and make this work, okay? Because like we mentioned with this King of Pentacles, this could be a relationship or a job or a marriage that you've been in for quite a while, okay? This could be something you've been in for quite a while here, you know? It's like right here, you see with this card right here, it's almost as if like you see that this is not emotionally fulfilling you anymore. You're seeing that it's weighing down on you, and for some of you, it's almost as if you see that this is just not good enough anymore here, okay? And you may have people, you know, in the background trying to offer you new beginnings, new jobs, new marriage, things of that nature, but this is what you wanted to work out, you know. This is what you wanted to work out. It's almost like Aquarius is reading just about, so some of you could be an Aquarius, okay? And these are also Pentacles, so you could be an earth sign or an air sign, okay? Or fire sign or water sign, okay? But it's just kind of like, should I stay and try to make this work? Because I've been on this job for quite a while. I've been in this marriage for a really long time. I've been friends with this person for a really long time, and I would just, although there's a lot of difficulties going on, although we're in a very dark spell in our relationship and marriage on this job, I would like to find some type of way of coming to peace with this situation. I would like to find some type of balance here, you know. If I could just balance things out with this person or with this job, okay? If I could just balance it out or find a solution or say the right thing or do the right thing, you know? Because I really would like for this to work out, you know? So it's almost as if like you're wanting to stay here to make this work, you know? You want things to come to balance. You want this person to see your point of view. You want you and this person to be on the same page, you know? And that's almost as if like why you're not wanting to move forward, because in your mind you're like, if we could just get on the same page, if we could just agree together, this would be so lovely. This would be so lovely. If we could just come together, if we could just agree, if this person could just understand my point of view. And for some of you, you just simply want an apology, okay? But it's just like if this person would just cooperate with me, if they would just balance things out with me, we would be absolutely fine, you know? So it's like, and most people, they would probably be like, well, you need to move on because it's not working out. You see that it's stressing you out and things of that nature. But it's just like, you know, this is what you want to work out. You're not interested in any new beginnings. You're not interested in a new relationship or getting a new best friend or changing your career path or, you know, marrying somebody else. It's like you want this to work right here, you know. But I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's almost as if you want somebody to just get on the same page as you, you know. You're just wanting somebody to agree, you know. And it's like right here, it's just like you don't understand how it can be so hard to get on the same page with this person. Like, how hard is it for us to come together? How hard is it for us to be on the same page? How hard is it for you to just agree with me? Like, that made me think of the song, even in a tragedy for once, why can't you agree with me for once? Baby, I can be on chill tonight. Maybe I can be on chill. It's like, just why can't we just agree? Why can't we just get on the same page? Like, and that's what's making you not want to move on, because it's almost like a simple fix, you know? It's a very simple fix. All this person has to do is just apologize, or all this person has to do is just be on the same page as you. That's all this person has to do. Like, seriously, it's like, to you, this is such a simple fix, you know? It's such a simple fix. And you know what, this could be like a lot of confusion, a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering, and in your mind you just like, this does not have to be this complicated. It does not. All this person has to do is apologize, or all they have to do is explain to me what really happened. All they have to do is be honest. All they have to do is be truthful. All they have to do is just agree. All they have to do is work with me. Like, that's all they have to do. But it's almost as if like you're just getting frustrated with this person, you know, or getting frustrated with your boss here, you know. And it's like it's like, what's really keeping you here is the fact that you know the potential of how this could turn out. You know that if this person was to get on the same page as you, you know how beautiful this would be. You can see it as clear as day. You see it, her eyes are closed, and it's like she's praying. So for some of you guys, you could actually be praying that this person, you know, just does the right thing and just makes it as easy as possible, okay? But it's like she's imagining the absolute best. It's like you can see this relationship working out well. You can see this marriage working out well. And you know, although, especially with this picture right here, it's like you see that it's empty. Like, everybody else sees that your relationship is not making you happy. They see that your marriage is draining you, and they see that this job does not really benefit you too much, but they don't also see that this is how you feel about it. You see the trees, the sun, the stars, you know, the healthy grass. They don't know the beauty that you see in this. They don't know the perfect outcome that you have vision in your head, you know. And the way that her face is like, she sees this beautiful outcome right here, but her face is kind of like apathetic, because it's kind of like, if I was to try to explain my vision to other people, especially to this person, they wouldn't get it, you know. So it's like, why share my vision with the other people and how I think this could play out well if all they see is this? All they see is the empty cups. All they see is that this person no longer makes me happy. All they see is the drama. All they see is the conflict. But they don't see the beauty that can be shared with me and this person on this job if things could just simply come into balance. If my boss would just cooperate with me, if my coworkers would just be nicer, if the person I'm dating would just be more understanding, and if the person I'm married to would just put in more effort. It's a very simple fix. It's such a simple fix. And it's like, that's almost as if why you're still here. That's why it's so hard for you to actually let go and move forward, because it's just like, you see how this could possibly turn out, and it's literally just one minor adjustment, you know. You know how they say with houses, they have like cracks in the foundation and things of that nature. It's like the way you see this is a multi-million-dollar house with just one small crack at the bottom. And if the construction workers would just come in and fix that one crack, like if they would just seal up that one crack, this house would sell billions of dollars. Like, the appreciation would go up for whoever's in real estate, whoever's dealing with houses. It's like, You know, I guess for whoever this is, you could be dealing with houses, you know, but it's almost as if you're dealing with something that has gotten very complicated and you're not moving forward because you know it's just that one minor problem, you know, that may have escalated into many different pathways, may have caused many arguments, disagreements, confusion, and obstacles and blockages, but it all derives from one little simple source that can be fixed if it seems like if another person would just do what they're supposed to do here, you know. So it's almost as if to whoever this reading is for, it's almost as if the main thing you want here is just simply cooperation. That's pretty much all you're wanting here. To be on the same page with this person, you know, and for things to be done the proper way. You know, this is all you're asking for. 2 of Pentacles, not 3 of Pentacles, not 4, not 5, not the whole 10, just 2 of Pentacles. For us to come together, for us to make this work, for us to make this beautiful, for you to stop arguing with me, for you to see my point of view, for you to apologize, for you to be more understanding, for you to be more gentle with me, for you to be kinder to me, for you to be nicer to me, like just cooperation. That's all you want from this person. Cooperation, you know. But my thing is, dear listener, it's like, okay, you see how beautiful this can turn out. You know, you have a very, very, very vivid imagination of how beautiful this can turn out, okay? But this is your reality, you know? This is your reality. This is what you're dealing with right now. Stress. And you see her pillow right here, so it's almost as if like at nighttime you may not even be able to go to sleep properly because you're sitting up on the side of your bed just crying your eyes out and just praying. And you see how her hands are together, just praying that God would, basically, it's almost as if like for some of you, I don't know why I'm getting it, but you may actually be praying that God just really works on this person, or that God brings this person to you with, you know, a more sincere heart, or if it's like you're praying that God would just really work on this person so that they can come correct and do what they're supposed to do here, you know. And you know what, these are mostly women, so I could actually, this could be more directed towards a woman, okay? And with this King of Pentacles, this is actually, you know, something long term, so you could be married to somebody, okay? Or have children with somebody here, okay? And then, you know, you see the potential here, and it's almost as if you just simply want it, or still want this person to just cooperate. It's just like if this person would just do what they're supposed to do, you know. To you, it's a simple fix, you know. It's a very simple fix, you know. But it's almost as if like this happiness that you're envisioning for yourself, it's almost as if like it's dependent on if this other person will do what they're supposed to do or not, you know. And you know, I'm all about partnerships because I mean, I'm Team Libra, you know, from the planet Venus, so I'm all about cooperation and partnerships. But you know, in this situation here where you're placing your happiness, like this happiness that you're envisioning, this peace that you're envisioning, this harmony, it only seems as if it will only come to life if this person gets on the same page as you, you know. So it's almost as if like in a very strange and twisted way, it's almost as if your happiness is dependent upon if this person will step up to the plate or not, or if they will help you or not, if they will be kinder to you or not, or if they will be nicer to you or not, you know. And yes, it is a simple fix, you know, but my question here is, what if to them it's not that simple, you know? What if to you it's just like, oh, all they have to do is be kinder to me? But what if it's harder to them, because what if their parents were rude and mean and malicious towards them, you know? What if this person doesn't know kindness? What if this person doesn't know about cooperation? What if they don't know about how to step up to the plate? What if they don't know how to carry out this partnership that you're requiring of them? What if they don't know how to provide you with that? You know, and if they know how, what if they decide not to do it? Are you not going to get to experience happiness? You know? So I empathize with you completely on, you know, and I'm very sorry for the sorrow that you have experienced, the distress that you're experiencing, the hardships that you're going through, your late nights, your tears at nighttime. I sincerely apologize for that. You know? And I know that you want this to work. I know that. You want this person to just do what they're supposed to do. And you know what? It is simple. It is very simple, you know. But with this picture, once again, this is just her imagination. This is just her perspective of what she sees. It's like you see that, yeah, if this person just do this, like it's very simple, you know. But the thing is, which I'm an empath, so I'm able to put myself in other people's shoes here, okay? So I understand fully to the whole capacity of where you are coming from, okay? Now, I want to put myself in the other person's shoes, okay? Let's say, for instance, if you're asking this person if they would just spend more time with me, okay? Yes, that is very simple to you, okay? That is very simple. But I just want to remind you that how you feel, the thoughts you have, the vision that you have of this relationship, this marriage, this job, or this person, it is literally only your perspective here, okay? So if you're wanting this person to spend more time with you, let's say, for instance, in this person's shoes, okay? Let's say, for instance, when this person was a child, let's say their parents were never really there. Let's say this person never had a chance to spend time with anybody. Okay, maybe their dad was in jail, or maybe their mom was really busy with work, or maybe strung out on drugs, like just, and no family. Just imagine, okay, a person growing up, or this person growing up without actually forming true bonds with anybody, nobody actually sticking around and spending time with them, you know. So this person grows up, nobody has ever spent time with them, you know, and then they meet you, they like you, so they start things out, and in the beginning they try their best to be there for you, okay? So when you got with this person, okay, maybe they were very social with you, maybe they did spend a lot of time with you, but after a while, maybe those childhood tendencies of them being alone and abandoned for so long crept back in, you know, and it's just like, I want to spend time with this person, but this is really something that goes against how I was raised. This is something that is really different from me. It's really different for me, you know. And like I was mentioning in Aries' reading, which you should probably go check it out to get a better understanding of it, but in their reading, it's almost as if they were learning something new, particularly about how to change maybe a bad habit or something that they've had for a really long time, and it's like they were in a rush to show the world, like, I'm new, I'm changed, I'm more spiritual, I'm more mature, I'm more understanding. But you know, when it comes to learning things, even when it comes, like, even when we were children, like, I know y'all remember when we were children and we first learned how to ride a bike, you know, we didn't just get on it and automatically start riding the bike. We got on it, we fell, we got on it again, we fell again, maybe had the training wheels on it, but we still failed. We still fail, you know. And it wasn't until after a couple of tries and with time also that we actually learned how to ride our bikes properly, you know. So it's like the same thing with this person here that you're dealing with, okay? To you, yes, this is simple. Yes, they can just be kinder, they can be nicer, they can spend more time with you, they can just cooperate. But let's say they never learned how, and being with you was their only way of actually practicing this, okay? That's letting you know that this person, they tried, you know, but you know, it's going to take time, you know. You didn't automatically learn how to ride your bike as soon as you got on it, because that's just like your parents hovering over you, and they're just like, oh, it's just a bike, just ride it. Like, I know how to ride the bike, you know how to ride the bike, so just get on the bike. Like, it's simple, just ride the bike. But no, when you're talking to a child, when you're talking to somebody that's new to something, it's not just that simple. These types of things, especially if it's a drastic change, it takes time. You know, especially for a person who's more older in age and who's been doing things a certain way for a really long time, that's literally not that simple. You know, it really isn't. It's kind of like growing up saying the word apricot all your life, and then you go to like New York or something and they're just like apricot. You know, you're gonna find yourself slipping back into those old tendencies. You're gonna find yourself using that old slang because that's what you grew up on. That's all you knew up until the time till you went to this new area. You know, that reminds me of the time, because I'm actually from Tennessee. So, you know, us Tennesseans, we talk a certain way. So I went to Florida one time and the girl, she was like, say the or something like that, and I was like, the, because you know we say the, and she was like, say the, and I was like, the. She was like, why are you saying D? And she was like, it's a TH in front of it, not a D. And I was like, I am saying D, it just sounds like I'm saying D. But what she doesn't know, to her it sounded simple. You know, to her it was simple to say the word the with TH in front of it. You know, I was trying my hardest, but she has to remember, and if she had enough compassion and empathy, she would be able to put herself in my shoes and realize, like, I'm not from there. I don't talk like that. I wasn't raised to talk like that. I don't know how to talk how they talk. You know, I wasn't born up on those types of words. So when stuff like that is brought up to me, I'll try to pronunciate it like the other person, you know, but to be able to fully say it how they say it, knowing the background that I come from, that would take time for me to learn how to talk like the people in the northern states, how they talk, you know. So it's the same thing with your person here, you know. To you it's very simple, but you have to really put yourself in their shoes and realize and really put into consideration the type of background that this person comes from. You know, or if this person yells all the time, it's just like, if this person would just stop yelling at me, we could get on the same page. But it's just like, what if this person grew up and all they dealt with was people yelling at them all the time? What if they had to yell at people growing up so that they could get their point across? You know, especially if this is a person that has been doing this for a while and that's all they know. And then they get with you and then it's like you want them to be a different version of themselves. And you know what? Because they love you, they may try. But if it's somebody who's been doing this for a while, they may actually find it kind of offensive that you want them to change, even if it's for the better, you know. Because like I said, out there in the northern, they could easily say that THE, like D, like I still don't know how to say it, but they could easily say that that's the right way of doing things. And I could easily say that the is the right way of saying it, you know. But it's not about who's right or wrong, it's just about if you guys are aligned or not. You know, to my other Tennesseans, I sound absolutely normal. But up north, my accent is kind of problematic because they don't understand me. We're not from the same background, okay? So it's like the same here in your situation. You two are from two completely different backgrounds, you know? And it's like in your mind, you're just like, if we could just get on the same page, if they could just agree with me, if they could just, you know, see things from my point of view, if they could just move how I move and love how I love and talk how I talk and reciprocate how I reciprocate and put in the same energy that I put in, if they could just match me and be my twin, basically. It's like you're wanting a twin flame connection. And you know what? It's almost as if you want this person to mirror you, you know? But you have to remember, we all come from different childhoods, we all come from different backgrounds, we all have different cultures, we all have different styles, we all have different ways of seeing things, thinking, and all of that, you know? Because to you, you're thinking, why can't this person just agree with me? And the other person may be thinking, like, why can't they just accept me for who I am? Why do I have to agree with them all the time? Why do things have to always be their way? Why can't I just be me? You know? Even if to you, how they are is toxic, to them, it's just simply that something that they've been doing for a really long time. Like if this person smokes, or if they drink, or if they have a bad habit, you know, or battling with addiction or something. They could even know that it's toxic and bad for them, but if they have been doing it for so long, something I learned from my mom, y'all, is that a habit takes 21 days to form. Okay, so if this person has been smoking for more than 21 days, if they've been drinking for more than 21 days, if they've been running the streets for more than 21 days, they've been yelling at people for more than 21 days, that is a official and concrete habit that this person has developed in their brain. They have programmed their brains, their minds, and their spirits to perform a certain way for a long period of time. So undoing that programming is going to take time, you know, and if that person decides to change that is, okay? So it's like you can either stay here and continue to pray and hope that this person will convert to your ways and see your point of view and get on the same page as you, you know, or you can move forward and find somebody that's more aligned with you, or somebody that comes from a more similar background to where you don't have to clash as much, you know. But it's up to you, you know. But it's almost as if in this situation, although you're going through what you're going through and you're feeling how you feeling, if you can just put yourself in that person's shoes and have more compassion towards them and kind of understand their mind as to why they are how they are, why they think how they think, why they respond how they respond. 9 times out of 10, like if you look at that person's childhood, that would explain literally everything and why they do what they do, you know. But yeah, if this person genuinely loves you and if they genuinely think that what they're doing is a problem, yes, they will try to fix things. Now, it might take time, because once again, I told y'all, if y'all are unlearning something, okay, that's like me being from Tennessee, you know, I'm from the South. That's like me going up north and being with somebody who talks in a northern accent and they want me to start talking how they talk just because that's how they were raised and taught. Like me personally, I would just say, no, this is how I talk, this is where I'm from, I'm not trying to convert and be like you. You know, out there they may see it as country or redneck, but I see it as this is how I was born and raised. I've been talking like this since I was really little. So I'm going to continue to keep it like this. They can view it as negative, they can view it as toxic, but this is how I talk, this is my accent. And if they don't like it, they can just simply get away from me. Or 9 times out of 10, I would just stop dealing with them so that they wouldn't continue to pick on me or make me feel like something is wrong with me. Okay? So I don't know, now that I'm just now saying that if this person has been more distant with you and not spending more time, it may be because they feel like you're judging them. Okay? They may feel like, you know, like you have a problem with the way that they were raised, like you have a problem with the way that they express themselves. Like they may kind of see it as you nitpicking or bullying or kind of belittling them, okay? Because you're pointing out the fact that if they would just get on the same page as you and do things your way, and it's like it puts them in a kind of in a position where they feel like you don't really love them for who they are, you know. And it's like to them, they may feel like you'll only love them if they agree with you. So that may make them, even if they wanted to change, it's almost as if they're kind of feeling resentful towards you, because it's just like, you'll only love me if I change, you know. The only way your stress and these problems in our relationship or marriage or friendship will go away is if I do things your way, you know. This is how your person is seeing this. This is how this person is viewing you, okay? So if this person has pulled back, that may be why, you know. Because like I just told you, if I go out to up north and they continue to get on to me for how I talk, I would just simply stop going out there. Or when I go out there, I would just stop talking to them. Because I know they're going to have something to say to me. And I don't want anybody picking on me or making me feel like something's wrong with me. You know, because it's kind of like a slap in my parents' face and my hometown's face, you know, because if you get on to me for how I talk, you're also getting on to my parents. You're also getting on to, you know, everything that I know and love. And that's kind of like coming for my whole identity, basically, you know. So that's kind of how this person may see it. It's almost as if you're coming for them, coming for their childhood, coming for their culture, and that you don't genuinely love them for who they are. And almost as if you'll only love them if they behave how you want them to. Okay? I don't know why I'm getting this, but for somebody, they may actually feel like you're trying to control them or trying to control the situation. You're trying to get them to change how they grew up, you know? And some people can, you know, be like, oh, they want me to change this, I'll change this. And other people who, once again, have been doing this for a really long time. You see this man, he's aged. Like, it's very obvious, he has aged. So he's been doing this for quite a while, okay? It only takes 21 days to form a habit, okay? So it's like you're trying to get this person to reprogram their brain. But one thing to understand and realize is that when it comes to anybody reprogramming their brain, it will never be because of the next person. Okay, it won't be because of how nice you are, how kind you are, how much you cook for this person, how much sex you give them, how nice you are, how many gifts you buy them. You cannot make a person reprogram their brain. The only way a person will really do some soul searching and change and reprogram the way they do things is if they see a problem with it, and if it becomes a problem for them in their own personal life, and they have a very strong conviction as to why they should change that. Okay, so, you know, it's up to you. You know, it's up to you if you want to stay and continue to deal with this person who has different views from you, and it comes from different backgrounds, which really anybody you get with or deal with, they're gonna come from a different background from you, you know. But it's just all about finding that common ground. That's what I was telling Capricorn like a month ago or so. It's about finding that common ground, okay? Because this person, they cannot fully agree with you on everything. The same way you're not gonna fully agree with them on everything. But y'all's values, you know, y'all's values, what's most important to you, that's really what matters here, okay? That's really what matters here. For some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's almost as if maybe you do have something really good in common with this person, but maybe there's just a couple things about them that you don't like, that you wish would go, you know, that you wish would be different, you know. But it's kind of like keep your eye on the good things, keep your eye on, you know, the effort that they are putting in, you know. It's like if they're good with the kids, yeah, they're good with the kids, but they smoke too much, they drink too much, they lazy. Okay? So, yeah. But it's up to you. If you want to stay and continue to put yourself through this stressful situation and kind of create stress in this person's lives as well, expecting them to change so drastically, you know, or if you just want to move forward, you know, and connect yourself with people who are a little bit more aligned with you here, okay? And people who do fit into this image that you're creating in your mind, okay? Because it's going to be very difficult to get a human being that has been doing things a certain way, to get them to fit into your circle. You see her little bowl right here? It's kind of hard to get this one big old man and his dog and his pinnacle and his little bookshelf. It's hard to get all of this to fit into your circle over here, okay? So it's up to you what you decide to do here, okay? Just know that I support you, and all I ask really is that you just have compassion on both yourself and the person that you're dealing with here, okay? For some of you guys, you probably consider cutting your losses. For other of you, you're going to stay and continue to try to make this work, which I respect that. But I would just say to you know, be more compassionate towards this person here, okay? Because who knows? Maybe you've been understanding and compassionate towards them. Maybe they'll see that and be like, oh wow, so they do love me for who I am, whether I fit into their imagination or not. They love me for who I am. So that may actually persuade them in a very spiritual way to get on the same page as you. You know? So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. Thanks so much for listening. I hope this gave you insight on how your person is thinking right now and kind of helped to give you more insight on this situation here, okay? So you can understand their point of view, okay? Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, toodles!